God is good. God is good. And your mama, what's up? Y'all know how I feel about my mother and my father's here. Your pops, where you at? My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here. My brother, my sister's here. My family. I want to thank Warner Brothers. I want to thank Mike and Pam for believing in this dream, this vision of Ryan.
March 15th, Oscar night. Michael B. Jordan walks up to that stage and accepts Best Actor for Sinners. Only the sixth black man in history to win that award. Sixth in over 90 years of the Academy Awards. His mother is crying. His father flew in from Ghana just to be in that room. His whole family is there. It should have been the cleanest, most beautiful moment of his career. And it was, for about 48 hours. Then the internet remembered everything. They remembered Lori. They remembered the breakup. They remembered the timeline. They remembered Diddy. And suddenly nobody was talking about Sinners anymore. They were asking, this man just became one of the most powerful and credible voices in Hollywood. So why is he still not saying anything? Let's go back to 2019, because this is where everything starts. Lori Harvey and Diddy spotted in Cabo San Lucas, then Italy, then Manhattan in matching outfits. The photos are real. The timeline is real. Nobody is making this up. And then Lori goes on record and says she never dated Diddy, never dated his son either. But the streets looked at those photos and said, baby, those pictures tell a different story. Fast forward to late 2020. Michael B. Jordan starts dating Lori Harvey. They go Instagram official January 2021, red carpet debut Vanity Fair March 2022, June 2022. Over, People magazine runs a story from an anonymous source saying, Lori just wasn't ready to commit. And Jordan? Not one word, not one interview, not one Instagram story, not one indirect tweet. Nothing. Now the streets started asking. A man goes completely silent after a public breakup with one of the most famous women in the world. That is not moving on quietly. That is a man who saw something he cannot unsee now. This is where it gets heavy, because the streets are not just talking about Lori and Diddy. The streets are talking about Steve Harvey, and what they are saying is wild. Word on the internet is that Steve Harvey's whole family man image, the books, the speeches, the family feud, the God told me to be great energy, all of it was allegedly a cover. The gossip world is saying that Steve allegedly knew exactly what his wife and stepdaughter were connected to in Diddy's world, that the access was not accidental, that there was an arrangement. Now, let me be real. The streets say a lot of things, but here is what makes this particular rumor stick. Steve Harvey has built his entire brand on being a marriage mentor. Act like a lady, think like a man, speaking on relationships, speaking on God and family and respect. This is a man who positioned himself as the moral authority on black love and right. Now, his marriage to Marjorie is reportedly falling apart. Diddy is in a jail cell. Lori is allegedly trying to call Jordan back, and Steve Harvey is still on that family feud stage, smiling like nothing is happening. The internet sees that smile differently now, very differently now. The streets pulled Marjorie Harvey into this too, and here is where the gossip gets even louder. Word online is that it was not just Lori connected to Diddy's world, that Marjorie was allegedly in that circle too, that the whole Harvey household had a relationship with that world. That goes way deeper than anyone admitted publicly. Now here is what is publicly documented, because facts matter. Marjorie's first husband, Jim Townsend, was convicted of drug trafficking. He served 26 years. He was pardoned by President Obama. Now, does that make Marjorie guilty of anything? No, but the streets took that detail, combined it with the Diddy rumors, and said this woman has been navigating powerful and dangerous men her entire life, and Steve Harvey married into all of that. And allegedly, according to the gossip world, he did not just turn a blind eye, he allegedly opened the door. And this is why Michael B. Jordan is the most important person in this entire story right now because Jordan was inside that world. He dated Lori for over a year. He was at the dinners. He met the family. He was in the rooms. And then, according to what the streets are saying, he found out what was really going on, what Lori's past with Diddy actually looked like, what the Harvey family's connection to that world actually was. And he walked away, quietly, cleanly, without saying a single word. Now here is what the internet cannot get past. Diddy is in jail. He cannot intimidate anyone from a federal prison cell. The main reason anyone had to stay quiet, fear of Diddy, is gone. Jordan has an Oscar. He has the most credibility he has ever had in his entire career. He has the platform. He has the moral authority of a man who walked away from something rotten. And he is still not talking, which means, according to the streets, his silence is no longer about fear. His silence is protecting someone, and that someone is Steve Harvey. Now here is the part that has the gossip world going absolutely crazy right now. Word is, Lori Harvey has been trying to recontact Michael B. Jordan ever since Diddy's arrest, ever since the conviction, ever since the whole industry started getting examined. The streets are saying Lori wants Jordan back in her life. And the question everyone online is asking is, why? Why would you go back to the one man who walked away from your world quietly? The one man who knows exactly what happened? The one man who is now, arguably, the most respected figure in Hollywood? The gossip world has one answer for that. She is not trying to rekindle romance. She is trying to make sure his mouth stays closed. Because if Jordan decides to talk, and he has every reason to now, the whole Harvey situation goes from rumor to headline overnight. That is a dangerous game to play with a man who just won an Oscar and has nothing left to lose. And then there is Mary Shackelford, Steve Harvey's second ex-wife, and the woman the internet keeps bringing back into this conversation. Mary has been on the internet for years posting videos about Steve Harvey. She lost a $60 million lawsuit against him. The court gave her $1.9 million and monthly payments. She says that is not enough. She says she was there when Steve had nothing. She says she helped build something and got erased the moment Marjorie came along. Now, court-wise, she lost. She has a gag order. The legal system did not side with her, but the streets keep bringing her up because of one thing. Pattern. The gossip world is saying, look at the women in Steve Harvey's life. Look at how they end up. Look at what they say when they are no longer useful to his image. Mary Shackelford was talking about Steve Harvey being a fraud years before any of this Diddy stuff came out, and suddenly, in 2025, what she was saying does not sound so crazy anymore. Here is the part that should make Steve Harvey very uncomfortable. Diddy is sitting in a federal prison cell right now. He has been convicted. He is appealing, but he is in there. And here is what the streets are pointing out. Diddy knows everything. He knows what happened between him and Lori. He knows what the Harvey family's involvement actually was. He knows who knew what and when they knew it. And Diddy, right now, has every reason in the world to start talking. He could cooperate with prosecutors and reduce his sentence. He could sit for a documentary. He could control whatever is left of his legacy. His reputation is already destroyed. His freedom is already gone. So why would he protect Steve Harvey? Why would he take those secrets to that cell? The streets are saying he will not, and when Diddy starts talking, Jordan will not even need to say a word. The whole thing will come down on its own. Michael B. Jordan, Oscar winner, clean reputation, closed mouth. Steve Harvey. Family man brand. Marriage reportedly falling apart, still smiling on that stage. Lori Harvey allegedly trying to pull Jordan back, in allegedly counting on his silence. Diddy. Federal prison sitting on information that could blow everything open. Something has to give. The only question is, which direction does it break from? Does Jordan finally speak? Does Diddy cut a deal? Does Steve Harvey's brand survive the next 12 months? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think is about to happen. like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, because when this story breaks wide open, you want to be here for it. See you in the next one.